Hey. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. Another episode of Ken versus Nothing, Ken versus 10, Ken versus whatever this show is right now. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. Right there. Welcome in, everybody. Office Patrick popped in and left some candy hearts, shells and cheese forever. Leaving some candy hearts. Mary McQueen. Good morning, Mary, my friend. How are you today? I'm going to complain a little bit about Ohio's weather today, as I usually end up doing most of the time. But welcome in, everyone. Been just trying to get some stuff done today. Got a couple of things to talk about. Your cat, Razzie, your cat will be 18 years old Friday. Wow, that is old for a cat. Got some flurries coming. We got some other nasty stuff. Susan is here. Hey Ken, happy Valentine's Day almost everyone. Yeah, I got my pinks on today. I got my bright springy style hat. I tried to dress up the place. I have this little gnome. I had got this little gnome from my friend New England Betty Boop Lisette. And I thought I'd throw him out there. Couple little things back there. One of those popcorn, like melted popcorn hearts. And a couple Easter bunnies. Hopeful that spring is coming soon. Doesn't look like it though. Mr. Jack Bryan, Jack shares, I'm going to complain about Georgia weather too then. 40 and rainy. Ugh. Yeah, we're looking at some like freezing rain and snow today. We have some weather warnings from like 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock tonight here in my area. That's some rain, freezing rain, and some possible snow. The whole forecast this week looks bad. Kim T, what is up? Good morning, Kim. It is good to see you, my friend. Yeah, and happy birthday to Razzie, 18-year-old cat. That's amazing. So how's everybody's week so far? How was your weekend? Oh, I'm still recovering from the weekend. You know, last week, if you were here, we talked about it was the Super Bowl and Super Bowl foods, and I totally oh yeah, see, I'm good at ask Brian, I'm good at skipping over holidays or special events. You're right. St. Patrick's Day comes before Easter. Well, I think just because they were kind of pink and blue and they were sitting there, and I thought, well, I need to throw something up behind me that is I am favorite springtime colors there. Corey, Grams and Pops. Your birthday is on March the 7th. Well, happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Few weeks, couple weeks left. February birthdays are the best, people. Does that mean Kim T is having a birthday or had a birthday? And maybe I missed it to say happy birthday? Grams of Pot. There you go, Mary McQueen, supporting the community as always. Just finished watching one of your videos right before this started. So Corey put out a video today. It was called something like The Truth, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of Live Selling. Corey, who was never going to sell on Whatnot. I'm not going to sell. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of, you're just throwing away profit. Guess what, folks? Last weekend, Corey is officially a Whatnot Live reseller. 3 shows under his belt. 3 shows already. Still 39. Morning, everyone, by the way. Yes, that's the one that she watched. Christine is here. Christine Harden, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Uh, so I know, mind blown, mind blown. Corey called me and said, I signed up to be a seller. And he was asking me a couple of questions, and I was giving him, a few pointers and advice. He's like, I'm going to do it right now. We're going to schedule a show. And like 2 hours later, he did his first show and did quite well, selling off some old, some jewelry pieces, like costume jewelry pieces. He did a necklace show, a ring show, and a bracelet show, and killed it on all three, I might add. Um, they are doing great. And shout out to Teresa. Teresa is just like a natural. Teresa is Grams from Grams and Pops, if you did not know that. Um, just a natural at that, at showing the pieces and selling them and ad libbing when she has no clue what she's trying to sell. Very fun. So if you're on Whatnot or if you follow along, go give Grams and Pops Vintage a follow over on Whatnot. Um, uh, Corey could be a hand model. There you go, Corey. You should start doing those rings. Well, you might be a little bit better than how, Teresa will display a ring. Shout out to Brian. If you know, you know. If you were there in the show. But very fun to see them. And I have not watched the video yet. It pops up there about an hour before I start my show, and I didn't have time to watch it. So, but go check out that new video if you want to see their experience of live selling on Whatnot. And, but I started to say last week I was talking about, the Super Bowl and Super Bowl foods, and we kind of just went over the whole Super Bowl. I think I'm still full from, it's like Wednesday. The amount of food that we ate during the Super Bowl, because normally like a few people bring something over and we have dishes, that we prepare. But this year, like everybody brought something, and we just had tons of really good stuff. I don't know. I probably had 4 big plates of food plus dessert. And then the next day, I couldn't sleep that night. First of all, I was just so full and so miserable. And it's like, it was after 3 in the morning that I was still awake, just all miserable. And so the next day, like when it got to be lunchtime, had that, little hair of the dog, if you will. You go out maybe on a drinking bender the night before. The next day, quick slug of will cure what ails you. And I ended up eating more food, like leftover stuff. Those old like sausage cocktail weenie things with the barbecue sauce, and I had some more White Castles. So I was killing myself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, if you had a Super Bowl party, that you enjoyed that and had all your food and festive and fun. And so well, let me say, oh, Corey, just I need to clear up a little business, if you'll mind me. Just allow me for a second. Corey, I do not have Octo's address. I looked, I didn't have the box, so we'll have to reach out to him to get his address. So there, I even wrote a note about that. I figured Corey would be in here, at least lurking in the background. What else? Yeah, but you got Valentine's Day coming up soon. Okay, that's funny. That's exactly what Corey said when I had messaged him and said I'll have to look to see if I have it. I don't remember sending him anything, and the exact same thing was, he thought that the local police department, all the neighbors would know his address from the big bomb scare that when the package. Go back on some old videos, back to the Reseller Clickbait podcast. you can find that whole story if you haven't seen it, or I talked about it here as well. Um, and our new podcast that we're doing, the Unemployed for a Living, is picking up some steam. Got some really good response and views and comments on this week's episode. We just need to get it advertised out there a little bit more. Starting to build, not a new following, a continuing and growing following. There's my funny Valentine right there. There's the love of my life. Jill is here, and happy Valentine's Day early, Jill. It's on Friday. Jill and I don't usually do a lot for Valentine's Day. We're not the whole lovey-dovey. Jill doesn't expect to be showered in roses and jewelry and everything. But we no, not Corey or Brian, the love of my life, honey. It's you. It's you, Jill. Do that right there. I was telling Jill last night, I was talking to Brian on the phone. And I was gonna actually plan on going to bed earlier. I was watching a movie or a show, TV show. I thought, okay, this will be over about 9:30. I'm gonna give Jill a call and go to bed early for a change. I'm always up really late. Well, then I got on the phone with Brian, and we were on there for like, I don't know, till after 11 o'clock or whatever. And so finally, I'm calling Jill. She's already packing it in for the day, getting ready for bed. And she's like, oh, well, if you wouldn't be talking to your boyfriends all the time. Oh, but I was talking about Brian. I'm not going to spoil anything at all, because that's Brian's place. Brian's good at spoiling stuff on his own. But over there at Jack's Treasures, they got some good stuff going. Some fun new YouTube content. Am I allowed to say that? And that must be Tracy. Yes. But yeah, they got some fun stuff that they're working on. Just need him to get him to pull the trigger and just do it. I'm not going to announce anything right here, but it will be good stuff. Good stuff. One of my favorite characters in the Wheel of Time series is Tom, a gleeman who wears a patchwork cloak similar to that hat. I think that's why I like the hat. I'm a dork like that. Joe was talking to one of his boyfriends last night too. Hey, Susan, what are you having for lunch? What is Susan having for lunch today? I didn't forget about you. I didn't forget about you. We need to find out what I said just enough. There you go. There you go. Follow Jack's Treasures on YouTube. I know it's my favorite segment too. I mean, of all of the one segments that we have on this show every week, I need to know what Susan is having for lunch, or my Wednesday is shot. So anyway, wait, what was I talking about? Oh, I was also I'm talking with Brian in a couple of weeks, not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. Brian is going to be a guest right here because we have a t-shirt battle, a graphic t-shirt battle coming up on the 28th of February, last day of the month. Brian's trying to stretch out the whole month so that he can say he's undefeated for the whole month of February, because on the 28th, 6 p.m. Eastern time, he's going down. He's taking his first defeat in his graphic tee challenge battle. He's taking on me. Well, it's really Brian and Tracy from Jack's Treasures are taking on Ken and Jill from SSK Promo, and that should be it's going to be a blast. So, oh, I should get a link to it and put it in the chat. I'm not good at that. Brian or Tracy or somebody that's a mod, throw a link to that in there. Brian and Tracy are his favorite Anvil sellers. Okay, here we go, folks. Susan is having Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl, apple slices, and yogurt. So a Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl, what is in that? Like eggs and potatoes and maybe like some bacon or ham? Or I love breakfast food. Oh, speaking of breakfast food, this Sunday, uh well, if I want to pander, Kim wears an XL or a 2XL. I love long sleeve shirts too. There you go. I shouldn't have clicked that up there. I should have let it just go by. Um, so Brian wouldn't know how to build his arsenal. Um, Brian needs to build a course on anvil selling. Learn everything you need to know for only 299. See, there's a side hustle right there. A side hustle. That's right. Milk comes from cows, eggs come from chickens, and sausage comes from Jimmy Dean. Um, eggs, potatoes, sausage, and cheese. See, that sounds good. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet this morning. Um, Brian needs a good anvil. And looky here, folks. Royalty. Absolute royalty. My friend Jen's Multiverse in the house. Where's my bell? I usually have a bell right here. I don't know, ring it for all I have is this, but this isn't a good sound for Jen. Sounds like I'm canceling her out. And Brendan, big time flips. Are you going to have more White Castles for lunch? I am done with White Castles for a little bit. For sure. Good to see you, my friend. But so yeah, what was that? The graphic tea battle, Valentine's Day coming up. Hopefully you're taking your significant other, your hubby, your wife, your honey out for a nice dinner. What is up? Mark is here. Mark Turner Productions is here. Sounded like Yoko Ono singing. When are you going to be on the Whatnot Seller Support again? Was it like the 21st or something? I forget. Jen's Multiverse is going to be on with Whatnot, talking about Whatnot, talking about Jen, talking about Whatnot. And there's a Whatnot meetup in the Texas area. Austin, I believe somebody said. February 19th, 11 a.m. CST. So that's about 2 o'clock my time. No, Central Time. About noon Central Time. Was that the intro to the Slim Whitman song? We talked about Slim Whitman on the podcast, I think. Y'all need to come. So nervous. Oh, Jen, you're gonna get so many hugs. You're gonna give out so many hugs at that meetup down in Texas. Brendan is going to be feeding himself grapes on Valentine's Day. Sitting back with one of those big feathers, just fanning himself, eating his own. You need to get some like Egyptian ladies, like how they used to feed the Caesar. That's not a euphemism, feed the Caesar. Oh, speaking of, here's something resellery. Speaking of hats, I'm going to talk about resellery and I'm going to talk about karma. I think it's karma. I'm going to talk about good karma and good vibes and doing good deeds here. But first, I want to talk about hats. Not this hat, but another hat. So, um, over the weekend, I had sold a hat over on eBay. And as I was getting, I was like, you know what? I haven't sold any hats for a while. I got a bunch of hats that are listed. And so, and then also like plush. So I went into my store, got all of my hats, blah, 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 grouped them up, and I ended all the listings. And I did a sell similar to bring them all back up, give them a fresh new peak there on eBay, and then decided to put all of that stuff on sale as well because I haven't sold a hat or a plush for a long time, and it's just been sitting there, and I'm moving along. So I think I ran like I think I may have a 25 or a, let me see, 30% sale. Trying to look and see where my sales are listed. Uh Summary shows about subscriber discounts. I don't know. I've got a sale going on. And when you know it, like this morning, boom, cha-ching, another hat sale right there. So that worked out so far. Hopefully I sell more than one. I did sell something on eBay, Corey. Well, I sell on eBay pretty regularly. I'm just not listing regularly. I could sell a whole lot more um liquid fermented grapes, Brendan. That's what he's going to be doing. I see. I see. Um Quick question. What is eBay? Yeah, I know. Jen, you're not familiar. It is a static selling platform where you list items, and months later, somebody finds them and they sell for a little bit of profit. And then you ship them out and you pay lots of fees for that. That is what eBay is. No, I'm still eBay and whatnot seller. Uh yes, 100% off sale would move that stuff along. Um it is quite magical. But okay, so I sold a hat, another hat today, and hopefully that sale and that ending and selling similar will get that stuff moving along. And I did decide in that plush and the hats is because I got a lot of decent hats, a lot of just mid hats, but I got some decent hats as well. And I think I'm gonna let this sale run. I just ran it through the weekend. I'm gonna let it run, and then maybe next week or something like that, I might just do an all plush show, an all hat show on whatnot, just to try to sell a few more along. I'll take them down off eBay. I'll run them over there on whatnot, see what happens. If I can sell a few extras, great. If not, I'll just throw them back up on eBay, and they'll get that new fresh listing again if I do it as a sell similar, and just kind of keep a cycle going there of trying to moving stuff along. Bring it on, brother. Bring it on, brother. I'll do a hat battle with you. I'll battle with you on anything, Brian. I got the inventory. I'll battle with you, except anvils. I don't have a good fresh supply of anvils. I'd have to source for that, and I've got enough stuff. I don't need to source. Hmm. But I also want to talk about sales, and I want to talk about karma. I don't know if it's karma. You guys tell me if it's karma, but it's good vibes, and it's doing good for others gets returned to you. We have some friends, Jill and I. Um, okay, of course Kim does. You want to talk about people that have inventory? You know what? I could source at Kim T's house for months on end, and she would never know that I took anything. There's so there's so much stuff over there. I could just I could just fill up my truck every time. Maybe go over there. She has a nice pond out back. I could go fishing. Been wanting to go fishing lately. All the fishing shows here. Spring is getting all the fishing shows have been starting on all the outdoor channels, and stuff. Can't source. You've ruined the market over there. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Uh, yeah. Also, ones like Wile E. Coyote, the ones that you can smash somebody in the head with, um, and they're just it just flattens out their head like the shape of the anvil. I always thought that was going to be more of a problem in life when I grew up from watching cartoons. I was constantly there through my like late teen years, early 20s. I was constantly looking for an anvil or a piano, a giant piano, just for no reason, gonna fall out of the air. Um, so uh back, I don't know, Jill, when was it that we went to Nashville here last? We went to see our friend John Brennan um sing at an event that he was doing like a showcase for artists. Yes, Quicksand as well. I constantly was on the lookout for Quicksand. Um our friend, okay, yeah, like November, so late fall, something like that. We had went to Nashville to see our friend John Brennan, but also hooked up and spent a lot of time with Ray, Nashville Flipper. Um, had dinner, hung out, went did some sourcing, had some Goodwills and stuff like that. And then we also checked out um, some hotel locations and stuff for the Nashville meetup coming April 25th through the 27th in Nashville. Already over 100 people have signed up over on the Facebook page. The Facebook page, the Nashville Meetup 2025 on Facebook. You can check that out. There's no cost to it, but you can register so that you kind of have an idea for swag bags and stuff like that. And yes, Mary, it is going to be a blast. Oh, November 13th to 15th to be exact is when we were there. Yes, go in there. Let us know that you're coming. Um, so while I was there in Nashville, or while Jill and I were there in Nashville, we went to a Goodwill store uh with um with Ray, me and Jill and Ray, and looked around and stuff. And then uh Ray had to get back for work because he had come over and we had some lunch together and he had to go back to work. And so I took him back. Well, I left Jill. Big mistake. I left Jill at the thrift store by herself, which is always a mistake, folks. Just don't do it. Somebody has to be the governor for Jill to go, no, we don't need that. No, we don't need that. No, honey, we don't need that. And so anyway, on this table up front were all these brand new popcorn poppers. Stainless steel pan with the lid, and it's got the crank on it, and it's got the little fins down at the bottom. You crank it and stuff. I'll show you here in a second. So, and they were cheap. They're all brand new. And so I bought 10 of them. There were they were $8, $7.99 a piece, and I bought 10 of them, thinking this was back before the Christmas season. I'm a big popcorn connoisseur. Wintertime coming up, people are going to buy these popcorn poppers. They're just going to fly off the shelf. I did a couple different price points because I had seen different ones of this same style, the same brand and same model, go for $80. I had seen some go in the $45. So say 45 to $80 that they were in the range. Most of them around that $45 price point. But still at $8 and the 45, it's already boxed up. All I got to do is pop a label on it. It's out the door. Well, this is true, but see, I know how to bargain shop. I know how to get the goods. Wink, wink, if you know what I mean. So anyway, so there's the story. There's the build up. I've got these popcorn poppers. They're going to absolutely fly off the shelves. And I'm going to make all this money right before Christmas time or right in the first of the year, right? Nary a one. Nary a one of these damn things has sold. I've upped and down the prices. I've sent out some offers. I've done lowered the price. I took out my listings that were the higher priced ones, where I was kind of doing a test with different pictures and different descriptions. I took them all down. Mike Metco, Mike Camporelli is here. Hey, boys and girls, how's everyone doing? Nice hat, thanks. It's my springy hat. I got my Valentine pinks on today. Good to see you, Mike. If you want to know also about all the meetups going on, we were just talking about the Nashville meetup, April 25th through the 27th. But even quicker than that, the Planes to Profit is like at the end of March. That thing is like 30, 40 days out. And I believe that Mike Metco will be at both of them. You want to meet Mike, you want to meet Mary McQueen, get there. Yes. Hi, at Mike Metco meetups. Let me go over here and Mary, I just put you in as a mod. Throw a link out there. Throw a link out there for your channel for people to go follow along. But anyway, I'll finish up my story because I was talking about good karma and doing good deeds and stuff. So I buy these 10 popcorn poppers. I haven't sold a one. I've had some looks and some peeks and some offers and stuff. And 29 days away for Boss. Yes, Boss out in Vegas, the big one, the big meetup. And that's the one, is it what Katie and Vicky do that? Yes, it's Boss is coming up. So Boss, Planes to Profit, Nashville meetup, all right here in the springtime before yard sale season starts in, will be yard sale season probably in Nashville in April, but in our area, we'll just be getting ramped up for yard sale season. There you go, right there. Click on that link. Go check out Mike Metco meetups with Mike and Mary are on there, and they have guests on their show that talk about all the different meetups. It's a great site. It's fun. Good crowd over there that are watching the videos and commenting. Okay, now I'm going to finish this story before I talk about any other comments. So it where was I? What was I talking about? I was talking about popcorn poppers. There we go. You're going to find that kind of stuff out over at Mike Metco meetups. Big announcement: Tech and Sports will be speaking at Boss. Yeah, I'm pretty much the only one in the community that has never watched Tech and Sports. I have no clue who that is, but I hear the name constantly. And so I'm on the outs over there. Oh, good karma. Good karma. Karma, chameleon. You come and go. I'm sorry. Shout out to Culture Club, Boy George. So we have some friends, right? I'm going to jump ahead. We have some friends that have been having some medical issues. And we had found out the other day that they are doing a fundraising benefit for them to help raise money to pay some of their benefits. And they're doing like a silent auction thing, and people can donate. And people can donate to the thing, and they'll auction off all these items, whatever it brings. So Jill and I were talking about it, and she's like, hey, why don't we put together a popcorn basket or a popcorn thing? We can give away one of those popcorn poppers because it's they're brand new. And making up a nice bucket with like a big popcorn bucket that I bought with popcorn and oil and like butter, salt, regular salt, all these different popcorn accoutrement, whatever you want to call them. And going to wrap that all up, and we're going to donate that for the people. And yesterday I was at the store and I was buying all of the popcorn and stuff that I needed for that, and and so I got that, and I'm gonna, assembling the basket yesterday. Well, wouldn't you know it? This morning I'm working at stuff. I had already taken my packages and shipped for the day, so I have that hat. And wouldn't you know it, I get the cha-ching, boom, the zippy popcorn stainless steel 5.5 quart stainless uh popcorn popper, cha-ching, going out the door. If that's not, you know, to me, that was just cool. It said, we're doing something good. We're doing something good for someone else. I'm pulling, something out of my inventory. Again, not that I had to pay high dollar, but it's a good quality item that would cost somebody a lot of money if they wanted to buy that. And when I sold one this morning. And so I'm hoping that that kind of opens the floodgate and gets those going. And I sold this one, just to tell you, I sold this one for 46.99. Buyer pays the shipping on it. So, and I do just have to stick a label on this box and ship it out. And I had indicated that in my description that the item ships in its original packaging, with no additional boxing, because I did open one up to take some pictures for my listing, and it is very well packed in there. It's got styrofoam, everything's wrapped up in plastic and stuff. So I think that the box that it goes out in will suffice for the item being shipped. So I take that as, you know, a sign that if you do good things for other people and you give with your heart, and um that good things will come back to you. That good things will come back. And so I'll make a little bit of profit on that, and hopefully that'll open again. If you have multiple items or you have those sales, multiple items, usually like once one sells, you'll start to get other sales of those. So we will see. But so shout out to Jill and her great idea of giving one of those up. So I'm excited about that. I just, to me, I think that's very, very neat. And so I think I'll also donate a basket of hats, plush, some electronics, sporting goods, um, a bunch of Christmas. I'll make up about 40 baskets of stuff to take over there of product that I have, and see if I can't sell the rest of it. Yeah, it is a very cool story. So, um, what else do I have today to talk about? Yeah, I talked there at the very beginning. Weather's supposed to be junky again today. Winter storm warnings. We don't want to talk about the weather, but let's just see what all week we've got snow, we've got I'm getting all kinds of announcements coming there on my phone. Um, so what do you guys got? Oh, and my mom had to babysit it's my great niece who just turned 1 last weekend. We had a party for her. Oh, it was a whole family fun weekend because Saturday we had a birthday party for my niece, my great niece Mallory. Shout out to Mallory. And then Super Bowl Sunday, everybody was over. Um, oh, Corey, if you think this hat is cool and this patchwork looking thing, wait till you guys see. Yes, Susan, have a great afternoon. I have to get to my next class. Yes, and I like that. Have a quick day. Have a quick day, Susan, for sure. Thanks for stopping, and we'll see you soon. Um, this weekend, as a Christmas gift, my sister gave everybody an invitation to a murder mystery dinner. Um, not like out at a location, at her house. We've done this like 3 or 4 times now. And so everybody's, it's called Murder at the Disco. And my character is Don Shaft. He kind of seems like this Italian, Goomba sort of a dude. So, but you should see the outfit that Jill found for me to wear. This thing is just like it's absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to wear it. And of course I'm gonna take some pictures and put them on Instagram and stuff like that. But uh super excited, looking forward to that. We're doing that on Saturday evening at my sister's. I think we're having food. We're having food, and it's kind of like a dinner mystery movie, or not movie, mystery murder dinner thing. You know what, Dawn? You're a little bit late, but you're good. It's all good. Pop in, pop out whenever. It is good to see you. Um, yeah, Mary, it is going to be a fun time, and we've done um 3 or 4 of them. I think I have um a couple best costume awards, and they'll give a best costume, they'll give best actress. I think Jill has won best costume once, and she's won like best actress like 2 times. Because we all try to get into character, you kind of get character guidelines for the role that you're supposed to play. Yes, exactly. Richard Roundtree, move over. uh Getting slammed with snow. Christine, where are you located? So, number one, I know not to go there, but I'm always interested because we got some nasty stuff coming. So tired of winter. I'm not even that big of a fan of spring because it's still cold. Because if it's below 65 degrees in during a 24-hour period, I consider that to be winter. So it's pretty much winter, in spring, and in fall. I like those nights when you can go outside and it's just the perfect warm temperature. In Illinois, well, you are west of us, so that's probably what's all coming our way soon. Um, Near London, Ontario, and you're getting a bunch of snow later this afternoon into tomorrow. Yeah, the rest of this week does not look good. I'm here in Ohio. If you didn't know, I am in Ohio. So Christine, your Illinois snow and bad weather is coming my way. I don't want to hear about yucky weather anymore. Okay. Yes, I will talk. Been snowing here for 2 days. Had to switch to boots. Fall is my favorite. I can't stand the heat. I was built for a desert climate. I've lived in Ohio my whole life, but I was built. My favorite weather condition is the drought. Day after day of hot, dry weather. It's predictable. Um, I don't mind fall. I guess if I had to pick a second one, I like if fall would be nice. A nice crisp night with a fire outside. Um, um, yeah. Is there anybody in this chat that's driving across the US, maybe to, I don't know, Oklahoma, somewhere farther west? Hmm. I'm getting a hint. I'm getting a hint. About 45 minutes from Michigan's thumb. Okay, so yeah, you're up there. You're up there pretty good. Yeah, and a lot of that weather, well, we get a lot of your weather that dips down. A lot of it stays north towards the Great Lakes. Um, but we will get that just in a cruddy spot. Um, I would make a good snowbird. I absolutely would. Um, Jill, is that for the 127 or is that later? No, it's like tomorrow or something. That somebody in this chat, somebody in this chat, be careful. Be careful, my friend. Uh, Kind of poking at Jim T. Key. She is traveling this weekend, heading west across the country. Uh, and um Frizzy is here. Frizzy finds what is up. Hey, I saw some posts, I think, from you. You guys are gonna be in Nashville as well. Am I correct with that? I will finally get to meet you in person, followed for a long time. Yeah, Johnny's a stalker for sure, for sure. But I didn't want to bring it up. But since Dawn has, opened that can of worms, uh, Uh, so we are going. Very cool. Very cool. Excited to meet you. Um, yeah, well, an ice storm, transit van, large appliances behind me. Yep, final destination. That's gonna suck. Nah, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. It's gonna be a fun trip with your friend. You're doing a good deed. And as we talked earlier with my sale of my popcorn popper over there on eBay, if you do good deeds for good people with a good heart, I feel it does get returned to you. Um, and that's why I try to do stuff. I try to be fun and outgoing and giving. No good deed goes unpunished. That's also a good way to look at it. Carolyn, KK Lewis. What did I saw Mark in here earlier? Mark beat you by a long shot. Carolyn. I got to see my friend Carolyn yesterday doing a pickup, a whatnot show pickup. It's always good to see my local friends, uh, for sure. Um, but yeah, be safe, Kim, in those travels. And Glenn is here. People are jumping in left and right. From the left, they're coming from the west, and they're telling me about all this bad weather that's coming this way. And then now we're going way down south in Louisiana. Glenn Swamp Picker is here. Uh and Johnny, what area are you from? I know, but I don't. I know that Mike is over in New York area. Um yes, that was a fun show. Fun per show on Whatnot last Friday. Um But Glenn's probably going to come in here and say, "Oh, it's 75 today and it's sunshiny and bright," and then we're going to kick him out of the chat. That's what's going to happen. As soon as Glenn starts to say what his weather is. Um 3 weeks ago we had 7+ inches of snow. Now it's 80+ here. See? Where's the Where's the delete from chat button? Is there one of those? Heck no, I wouldn't do that to my friend. Um, what's everybody have planned for the afternoon? Oh, I started to say, I started to say everything and then I stopped. My mother is babysitting my great niece Mallory today, so no cocoa wheats. So I'm not having cocoa wheats after the show. That's kind of been, I think, like 3 weeks in a row. I had all the way back when Louisiana had 7 inches of snow. I've been having cocoa wheats after the show. So I'm probably just going to eat like a bowl of cereal for lunch and then get back to it. Um, I don't think I have any other errands to run, or I'd take these packages out. Um, Meatloaf is what Kim is thinking today. Is that for lunch or for dinner? Um, it, Corey's going to go pack up his stuff and then plan his next anti whatnot show. Oh, come on, Corey. You know you love it. You did 3 shows and you're absolutely hooked. And you're going to be one of those sellers with the gold wings. What do they call that? Like a primary, a premier seller in no time. Great day for me to read a good book. Exactly. If you're getting all of that snow, just kick back, read a book. What you reading? What kind of books do you like? I like to know this stuff. What kind of books do you like? A mystery? Do you like those lovey-dovey books? It is almost Valentine's Day. Or do you read like Corey, like technical and business manuals? Corey's like, oh, it's a good day to just sit under a shade tree and read, entrepreneur for the ADHD entrepreneur or whatever. Corey just reads his own books over and over and over. Uh, Premium seller, yes. Meal of the day is meatloaf. I think I'm gonna have some pasta tonight for dinner. I I eat more pasta than I should, and not just Kraft macaroni and cheese because it's the cheesiest and it feeds my belly and my soul. I also eat a lot of like spaghetti, rigatoni, um, linguine, panna pasta, all of that sort of stuff. Um, I like a nice mushroomy sauce, a mushroom sauce. Um, and so, wait, there's prizes? Prizes for what? For the premier, to be a premier seller? Yeah, you get golden wings around your names. KGB, KJB. I don't know. I'm not a reader. Is the answer to what kind of books that you like? I don't know what KJB books are. If you ain't learning, you're losing. Now I'm gonna have to make me another sign like this one that says make enough money to stay unemployed, which was the whole premise for the Unemployed for a Living podcast that I do with Grams of Pops. If you're not familiar with that, Unemployed for a Living, over on YouTube as well as Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. Its audio version is there too. Go check that out. Um, uh, yes, pasta as comfort food. I am very comfortable, Dawn. I'm very comfortable because I eat a lot of pasta, even in summer. It comes in handy in the summer too. But I'm thinking I might make some pasta tonight because I've been eating with the Super Bowl and all that stuff. I've been eating like a lot of just fried foods and that sort of stuff. And I need to cleanse my fried food palate with some pasta. Does that even work? Um, do I ever put spaghetti in my spaghetti sauce? Already? No, I don't. I love zucchini. Would have never thought of putting it in spaghetti sauce. I love zucchini. Fried zucchini. I even just like regular like sauteed, like when you get vegetables and stuff that are like sauteed. I love that. office Patrick is popping back in. He was here first, early on, sprinkling some Valentine hearts and some heart-shaped mac and cheese or shells. Shells and cheese for life. Okay. Gotcha. Yes. King James. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Yes. Read you some passages. Uh, King James old school. Yes, for sure. Zucchini and pasta sauce is yum. See, I not thought about that. Maybe I don't have any zucchini, or I would try it. Would probably try that more in a homemade sauce. A lot of times I just buy like the jars of sauce, usually a mushroom or a meat flavored one. Craving creamed peas. My granny used to make it when I was a kid. Uh, Not a fan of creamed peas. I don't want to shoot you down. You come into the chat, you're saying, hey, you're giving love, you're hitting that thumbs up. And then I'm like, your meal sucks, Office Patrick. We all know my thoughts on beans and peas and things of that nature. And Raz is goes back between the King James and the ISV version. I don't know what version that my Bible is. I'd have to look at that. Corey doesn't like zucchini, but zucchini bars are good. Oh, I didn't click on it right. I'm going to be growing more veggies this year if possible. Stuff is just so expensive. You are true. You are right, Dawn, about that. And things are gonna fixin' to get more get more expensive. Hashtag unsubbed, hashtag unfriend, hashtag heartbroken. I'm just here offending people left and right on the show. My granny used to make Scottish mushy peas. So gross. I like regular peas, but not those. Scottish mushy peas. See, now you're bringing that yucky inside of a pea to the outside, it sounds like. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. Yes. 2 thumbs up, Christine, for sure on that. Agreed. Never tried a zucchini bar. I think they're like a zucchini bread, like when people make like those loaves of zucchini bread, but it's cut more into bar shapes. It's basically pea gravy. Fresh raw peas already, but yuck on peas in general. Man, a lot of pea hate. A lot of pea hate in this chat. Sorry. I'm sorry, Patrick Murphy. My good friend. Well, my former good friend, Patrick Murphy. I've been unfriended, unsubbed, and I broke the poor man's heart. Tuna and noodles with peas is comfort. Now, I like the cheesy tuna noodle, like the tuna helper, like hamburger helper, but only you put tuna, the cheesy tuna noodle. Ooh, I could have that for dinner. I think I have some of that. It's a staple. It's a staple, if you will, in my pantry. Cheesy tuna noodle. I don't even mind the Walmart brand of that. I made a crock of green beans, ham, and potatoes yesterday. Okay, that's good. Now you're talking wintertime comfort food. Green bean, ham, and potatoes. My folks just made that here, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Was very good. Go over in the evening and it's like, oh hey, we made this. Do you want some? It's like, yes. Yes, that I do like. Jill loves creamed peas. Of course she does, because Jill and I do not like any foods that are the same, except for seafood. Seafood and probably Mexican food. I know, I know, right? Making me hungry. Going to have lunch soon. I know. As soon as I'm done here. I think I'm just going to eat a bowl of cereal, though. Probably Jill had bought me a couple boxes of cereal the other day. She saw them on clearance, and they were like, one was Captain Crunch Vanilla Frost, it was called. I didn't try that. I haven't even opened it yet, but I did try the Frosted Flakes strawberry Frosted Flakes. Your milk chocolatey or not. Why would it make it chocolatey? Come on, Ken. Chocolatey milk. Um, Speaking of hashtagging and unfriending, unsubbing, right there. Cream cabbage. Yes, chicken cabbage soup. I love that. Okay. What is the difference? I should read these before I get myself in trouble because I don't read all the way. What is the difference between Rolling Stone and Scotsman? Uh, One screams, "Hey, you get off of my cloud." The other screams, "Hey, McCloud, get off of my you." uh yeah, see, Jill and Office Patrick are cocoa wheat on the brain. I know. Yes, seafood. Don't start with me, Kim. Don't start with me. There could be only one. Okay, I think I'm caught up there to the chat. Oh, let me see. Did I have anything else that I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. I had written down a couple of notes of things that I might want to talk about, and I think I covered it all. And now that I've spent the last like 20 minutes talking about food, I'm hungry. It is lunchtime. So what is everybody have planned for their afternoon? We know that Christine is reading for the afternoon. Corey is packing stuff and making more anti-whatnot videos, of which he's lying. Brian and Tracy still waiting for the cocoa wheats taste test. Well, you should get. Oh, that's right. You said they don't have those down. Next time I'll send you a box, Brian. I'll send you a box if you don't have them down there. Um, Now, yes, now we got to go watch Highlander while you pack. It's a very Highlander heavy show. Very Highlander heavy show here at the end. Um, Listing and might not. Dawn, if you take out the might of that, you got my afternoon right there. Listing and napping. One of those I love. One of those I do just to make enough money to stay unemployed. So if I could get paid, ooh, I should go to our video, the latest video for the Unemployed for a Living podcast, where we have the tool, the side hustle finder tool, where you can go in there and then kind of fill out this form thing and you plug it into an AI like a chat GPT. And it'll help you kind of fine tune some ideas for what you do. I should have been heavy on the napping when I filled that out. See if there was some way. I'm sure that there's some hospitals and stuff that have sleep study programs, like where you go in and you be like a volunteer. I don't want to do it as a volunteer. I want to get paid to nap. Jill will be working this afternoon. There you go, Corey. There's a Roku channel that has all the Highlander, the series and seasons. Corey's afternoon is planned. Dawn, it's breakfast food similar to cream of wheat, but actually good. Oh yeah. Cream of wheat is so gross. It's chocolatey though. It's chocolatey. The um the cream of wheats though. Fun fact, the Krugen played by Clancy Brown also is the voice of Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. Learning. See? I could be a dream interpreter. But wait, that means I would interpret somebody else's dreams. I want to be the one. Um, of course you will, Brian. Every one of my ideas that I've had that's been good, Brian somehow has stolen it and passed it off as his own. Whether it's a saying, whether it's a product or something like that. Um, just saying. Um, on the rest of my lunch break, headed to Big Lots to buy Valentine's candy, hoping for deals. Everyone at work decorated their own Valentine Day bags to fill. Lot like begging for Halloween candy, less compulsion. Yes, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, find some cool candy. Um, grits. Now I know that Jill will chime in here because Jill loves grits. And I'm getting behind here. Jill loves grits. I haven't had grits for a long, long, long time, so I don't know if I would like them or not. Um Also not a fan of grits, but I've only had it. Yeah, I've not had them enough to weigh in on that. Kim has an aversion to AI, but that tool looked interesting. Yeah, give it a whirl. Just run through it, kind of do the couple of step process and see. Maybe there's something in there for you. Um Waiting to update the Brit box. I lost it. It's gone. Um Seriously, Pat. Okay, okay, okay. Shells and cheese is better. Fight me. I, I'll 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 put my elbow right through your teeth is what's going to happen, Patrick. If you keep I'll put my yummy elbow macaroni up against shells and cheese any day. Although the shells and cheese that I tried from the Kroger's that you had recommended was good. I didn't have any issues. It didn't beat out Kraft macaroni and cheese, but was a great recommendation. Um, Mike says that today, uh, learning how to go on StreamYard. I got my first live stream tomorrow night. Hope I don't mess it up. Mike, if you need some help, if you want to do a practice or whatever, set up a private StreamYard in the background and I'll help you out. Send me a link here, this afternoon if you want to do that, and I'll help you. At least you'll get a chance to push the buttons and see how to do stuff. Oh, see, I even noticed too that I didn't even have my name up on the screen. Oh, that's not where you do it at though. Ken, you knucklehead. Where did it go? Uh I don't know. Oh wait, it's over here. It's over here in the settings. Uh General camera. I don't know. Now I'm just being dumb. It's in there someplace. Oh, look at me telling Mike, "Oh, give me a call and I'll help you with your live stream." And then I'm struggling to find something. Uh yeah, you're gonna do just fine. Gonna do just fine with it. You're a natural. I've seen you popping in on everybody else's shows. It's the same thing. It just, there's some extra work monitoring the chat and checking things out and popping stuff up. Um, yeah, see how you are? AI is not going to help people live in reality, not knowing what's real and not. It's a struggle for some already. I agree, Jill. It is. A lot of people are just shut down on AI. without having talked to Corey and kind of looked at some of the neat things that it can do. But yeah, nowadays you don't know. Did somebody write that song? Is it just an AI voice singing the song? Uh, did they paint that picture? Did they write that book? Did they, all of the creative things can be accomplished so easy with AI these days, and it's just going to get better. It is going to be difficult to tell that stuff, but the other things that it can do as well is just amazing. Yeah, Mike, just hit me up on Instagram, send me a link, and I'll be around and I'll help you. AI can be terrible at spelling, yes, or sometimes it'll go around there. If you ever tried to use the AI description tool when you list something on eBay, and it gives you like, okay, I'm just selling this little eraser right here. I don't need 3 or 4 paragraphs telling me that it's a blue whiteboard eraser. It's a blue whiteboard eraser. What more can you say? Yes, and yes, the older folks don't have a clue how to do it or even where to start. If a song or a piece of art is fantastic or invokes emotion, who cares if it is AI or some dude wrote it? One way to yeah, one way to look at it. There's people on both sides of the fence. I would kind of be disappointed if, I guess it's the people that might use the AI that pass it off as their own. And you don't really know at that point. We're gonna have a Milli Vanilli situation all over again with AI. Uh I wish I could have thought of something snappy to like mix Milli Vanilli and AI. Um Jill cares a lot. I love the AI descriptions until you read them out loud in my best Billy Mays voice. Yeah, Billy Mays here for OxyClean. I love Billy Mays. R.I.P. Billy Mays. Um, yeah, creative people need to top. Maybe I'll ask Corey. I love that. Uh, it was a parody PSA like I used to read over the air 3 years ago. I worked a graveyard shift at the classical station. Got to get your radio DJ voice on. Um, you could use AI Corey to help you. Yes. Blame It on the Bot would be a great song. See, I bet you already Corey probably saw that come up. He's probably already got it written, produced, copyrighted, and it'll be on the air. It'll be on the top 100 by this weekend. AI is just a tool. Creative people worried about it should lean into it to augment their creativity. That's another way. I think the people that are going to pass it off all as their own is going to be difficult, and you're not really going to know. If I can only figure out how to get on Instagram, he could send out a link to help him with the live. Yes, you can't see AI's lips move. That's funny. Definitely. I had a Commodore 64. That was my first computer. My folks made me save up my own money. I had to save up my money. It was on sale at a store called Zayre's that was over in Gillstown, a department store called Zayre's. And I had to go put it on layaway. So I could get it at that sale price, but I didn't have the money. And I had to save, like, do allowances, do odd jobs, do some side hustles, if you will. They didn't call them side hustles back then. They were called like odd jobs and stuff like that. Um, and save up my own money. And I remember the day when I had enough, and my mom drove me over there and to pick up my new Commodore 64 with the 1540 disk drive. I believe that's the right number. The 1540, the 5.5, was it 3.25 or 5.5? 5.5 floppy disk. Well, I know it was the bigger ones, the 5.25 or 5.5 floppies. And yes, load. There's a guy that's going way back too. Uh the uh the old floppy disk. Um got yours at TG and Y. I see the brain differently. A tool in itself going to be like politics, not going to agree. Yes. It's the but my Commodore, I had a VIC 20 before that. I had a VIC 20 with the little data set with the cassette that you would put in there to load things. And so now I'm just rambling. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go eat something. You guys go eat something. I'll eat something. We'll get back here next week on Wednesday, and we'll talk about what we ate today. So remember, maybe write out on a journal. If you're not a journaler, um, uh, the yes, the data cassette. Oh, TRS 80. I remember the TRS 80s, the old Tandy. There was a fight in that. It was almost like, okay, that was almost a fight like the Apple and the Android now. Back in the day, whether you had a Commodore or you had a TRS 80, then the Apples came out, all of that stuff at the same time. And Glenn's already eating. He's like, I can't wait for the show to be over. I'm eating now. I should just leave that comment up and end on that one. But everybody, have a great afternoon. Have a great afternoon. Be safe if you're in a place that's getting this bad, nasty weather. If you're having nice weather, like Glenn is down in Louisiana, enjoy it. Enjoy. I would love to be 80 plus degrees today. I'm good. I'm good with that. Uh, give your honey a great big hug, a great big kiss this Friday for Valentine's Day, and do good things. Do good things for others, and they will be returned to you. At least that's my experience. So have a good day. See you next week.